obviously you could be doing a bunch of different things, but you're here tonight. So share with the audience, how important was it for you to be here right now tonight to celebrate?
Well, it's definitely important because it's showing support for our community, and that it's always good to do that, right? To show there's unity amongst us, and to be here was, like you said, it's important.
I think sometimes people stereotype a certain person and a certain cultural type. Do you think that you find that a lot in the industry sometimes?
Yes, I mean maybe that's why there's been the same type of roles we've always had over the years, which is great. Which is what's great about Gente-fied. It gives you a perspective through a window you haven't seen before. You know that you get to see the trials and struggles that we may have, but also you get to see how similar we are to other people, right? And one of the things you get to see is how we handle our trials and tribulations, but that we're a family, just like any other family.
Now, there's so many amazing Latino, male and female, especially male Latinos throughout history. If you can pick one person you'd want to portray on screen, whether it's a feature film or biopic, who would you want to portray?
Well, just because I love combat, I love fighting. It'd be a boxer, maybe Cesar Chavez or Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, maybe.
I got a bunch to choose from that you like.
Yeah, definitely.
So now you stay fit. How do you stay fit?
I do yoga. That's one thing I do. I do Muay Thai, boxing, jiu-jitsu, strength training. I'm more than anything, I'm a training enthusiast, fitness enthusiast.
So advice to young men who might want to do what you do. What's the one piece of advice you would want to say to them?
Be confident in yourself, number one, first and foremost. Don't seek validation. And it's not so much about what you can get, it's more so about what you have to offer and give. It's not about, think bigger picture, and it serves you better to give than it is to receive.
Great advice. But before you leave the carpet, how do fans find you, follow you, and stay in touch? All your social media, if you have them.
On Instagram and Twitter, it's at JJSORIA, Soria. And then Facebook would be JJSORIA08.
And JJ knows how to wear a suit, everyone. You look fabulous. Thank you for chatting with me.
Thank you.
So how important was it for you to be here tonight?
I think anytime you get an event or a place where people can gather and amplify the positive message of what we're trying to do out here, I think it's a win for everybody. So I'm just happy to be a part of it, to be included, to be able to add something to the piece of the puzzle with the show, with Gente-fied. And yeah, I'm just happy. Obviously, anytime you have an opportunity to showcase the positive, the talented, and everything good about it, then I'm here for that.
What do you think the misconception is sometimes when it comes to the industry in terms of Latino actors, male or female? What do you think the number one misconception is?
Well, I think that a lot of times in terms of the industry is like they think we are a certain thing. We're only viewed through a very specific, which is like what's happened with me in my career. Like I've been around for a long time. I know it's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe.
I know it's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe.
I've been around, and this is the first time where I feel like I'm playing a role that's three-dimensional. I keep saying this, and it's so true. And then the more I say it, the more I hold it to be true, is that as an actor, you want to have range. You want to play all these characters, but a lot of times we don't get that privilege as minorities. So the fact that I'm getting to play somebody close to me is such a bigger win than playing a crazy character or getting lost in a character, because we don't have that opportunity. So I think we're taking a huge bite out of the show because of that. And everybody, honestly, I don't know if you've talked to the rest of the cast, but everybody has something very similar to the characters, and it's magical, and it just works because it feels so authentic, and because the people in charge are telling the story, and because Netflix got out of the way and let them, so I think it's great.
So tell the folks who don't know what you do in the show, what is your character?
My character's name is Chris Morales. I am one of the cousins. It's 3 cousins and the grandfather. He's a chef. He wants to be a Michelin star chef, so wants to be fancy. But then he's got to met with that dilemma. Do I help the community? Do I help my family? Or do I pursue my dreams? So that is essentially the crux of what Chris is going through in those 10 episodes of the first season of Gente-fied. And yeah.
Like, you look amazing, and no matter how long you've been there, you're stylish. He just threw this on everybody. He just went in his closet and he just threw something on. So how do fans find you, follow you, and stay in touch?
You can find me on Instagram at Of Course It's Carlos, literally at Of Course It's Carlos. And then from then, yeah, you can find me anywhere else because I feel like that's the main hub for me right now. Instagram, yeah, and on TikTok as well. I don't know.
Well, you keep doing great work and keep being a shining light for the people out there.
Thank you.
How important was it for you to be here tonight?
I think it's very important. I know I've been a supporter of the NHMC for a while, and glad to be here. I'm celebrating Latinx artists. I'm a big fan of Marica Ferrer's work. As I don't know if you know Gente-fied. I already binge watched that, so to see her and Jay Hernandez, Ozzy, and everyone getting celebrated today, it's a big honor. It's cool. I mean, the way that it's going, I like more representation behind the camera, like writers, producers, showrunners, people of color, that the decision makers, people in front of the camera and behind the camera. I think it's headed that way. I just want it to be more.
So social media, so fans can find you, follow you, and stay in touch.
Yeah, Eddie Martinez 11 on Instagram, the number 11, and on Twitter is J Eddie Martinez, the letter J Eddie Martinez.
Find you, Eddie. Thank you so much.